Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Sprout. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Now, I will say that I know this video was intended to come out Sunday. I don't know if it's going to come out late Sunday night, or if it's just going to come out on Monday. The reason being, I had some major issues this weekend with my editing program. It was acting up, and some of my videos actually took a really long time to get rendered because they kept experiencing issues, and I had to like render them as separate files and splice them together. It was a mega pain. So I do apologize. This weekend has been hectic trying to deal with that. I think I've got it all sorted now, but sometimes it does that and and whatnot. So anyways, today I was actually thinking, in my most recent Craft of the Titans video, we actually got into Ars Magica, and I was thinking within the series we probably need to start Ars Magica, because I've got this dig spell, right, and I never use it. I never use it. We are currently at level 5, okay, and I just hit level 5, trying to hit level 5. I just don't use dig that much, not with the picks and stuff that we have. There's not much use in dig. Even when we first found it, I wasn't using it, very heavily. So I do kind of want to start some Ars Magica, plus there's some little items within Ars Magica that I would like to get today that would really help us out. Now, I did do a bit of enchanting. You can see we've actually got 3 bookcases filled now. I did get a couple things that are useful. I got a couple soul bounds. I got a silk touch. One of the last things I got was XP boost 1, which technically we could use that to get XP boost 3, but it's going to be expensive to do so. It's going to take a bit of XP to do that. I'm not sure how much solidified XP that we have. Okay, we have over a stack of solidified XP, so we might try for that, because I'm not having any luck getting XP boost 3. I mean, I've got it on weapons and stuff, but we don't have access to any disenchantment. There's nothing I don't think that we have access to right now that can disenchant at the moment. So, yeah. And I actually tried combining the enchantment tokens with a book, but that doesn't work, so sadly. But it will work with the spikes if we have a book, so that's just what we need to get. Now, one thing I didn't try, though, I doubt this is going to work, but I am curious to see if it does, is if we took a spike. That doesn't work. Okay, I didn't think so, but I figured it was worth a shot. That's like the only thing I haven't tried up until now. But we're actually picking back up from last episode. I haven't done a whole lot since last episode, mainly enchanting, burning through all of our XP levels. So let's go ahead and get started with Ars Magica, okay? And I don't know why I put that book up, because I'm actually going to need that at the moment. And then we're also going to need to get ourselves an item frame, which isn't an issue. And we'll go for our Arcane Compendium. And I do apologize, not book, leather, item frame. And I do apologize, I know this episode's going to be coming out either on the same day or right after the, I guess, like a piece of cobblestone here. Either on the same day or a day after the episode where we did some Ars Magica stuff on Craft of the Titans. Of course, in that pack, we were already pretty developed as far as levels go. So it was a little bit more higher-end Ars Magica, somewhat, But I want to get this started so we can go ahead and start getting levels, because that's, that's a process in of itself. But right here, we've got some of this Ars Magica liquid, and then we'll just put our item frame down with a book inside of it. It's going to start absorbing those runes from that liquid, and that's how we're going to get our Arcane Compendium. There we go. And, of course, that's the book that goes alongside Ars Magica. So we can open this up. It's pretty much tells you everything you need to know about Ars Magica. And just a handy resource to have, honestly. Now, next up, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set up our spell altar and our lectern, our Oculus and our spell creation table and all of that. I think first up we're going to go ahead and go for our crafting altar. And for this, let's see, I don't think I have enough sunstone. I don't believe so. I found a little bit in the nether, but I don't think I've come across. Now I have 5 sunstone. There's no way we can pull that off. Moonstone, I don't really have that, because you have to get up to, I think, level 15 to start getting moonstone to drop. Which I'm actually kind of dreading that, because it just destroys the terrain. I hate moonstone so much in so many ways, because it just drops wherever, and there's really no way to control it. And it's a headache. But I think what we'll do, we need 5 capstones. And I think we can do emerald. Yeah, we can pull that off. Okay. And I still haven't mined everything within that dragon area, so I can go back and get more emeralds when I need, when I need more. But emerald's actually not a bad capstone to start with. Okay, we'll grab that. And then for the primary part of the structure, we're probably going to go for witchwood. I'm going to have to go out and actually get some witchwood, though. No, actually, I think I've got enough, honestly. It requires like 40 blocks of witchwood. It would be over here. Oh, we're good on witchwood. Okay, so I'll just hold on to that, I think. And let's go ahead and start building out our structure. And I think where I'm going to put it... actually sleep before it gets dark. And then we'll probably work on some... maybe get to some Botania this episode, like setting up drawers and stuff like that. We'll see how it goes. But I think our crafting altar... where do we want to put this at? Because I was thinking somewhere down here, this could be like our Ars Magica area. The only thing is, with the shape, I've got to find a good spot. Honestly, like right in here would be okay. Like right up. Maybe. And this area up here is mainly going to be Botania stuff. So I'd like to put... because what I'm thinking is Silence Gems and Ars Magica down in this section, maybe. Which I will say that Ars Magica, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to put elsewhere and whatnot. But I think right in here, we'd have the pathway come around like this. So maybe have the crafting altar like right over here. Is kind of what I'm thinking. And if I decide to move it later on, I can move it. That's fine, but I think we'll put it like right in here. Just so we can start getting our feet wet with this mod, because it's something... leveling up Ars Magica does take a little while, and I'd like to go ahead and get this stuff started. It would definitely come in handy. So we're going to go ahead and lay out just a little 5x5. Just like that. And then we'll put one of our capstones down right there, a block of emeralds. And then let me get some more of these. And we'll just bring these up. And of course, if you're wanting to make this structure, you can actually find it here in the Arcane Compendium. If you look at the crafting altar, you can actually see how the structure is built right here. On top of this will be capstones. And then, let me see something here. It's just stairs after that, right? Yeah, just stairs. Okay, well, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that, that. And then let's go ahead and get our portable crafting table, and we're going to make some steps. Just a few of these will be good. There's that, and then a few more witchwood planks. And, let's see. Actually build up here so we can get above it. And we'll put down our steps like this. Steps on the bottom, like that. And just like that. Okay. And then we're going to have steps right here. Step right there. And then we just need our witchwood. And now we need the actual special blocks. That's the magic walls, the lecterns, the lever, and the crafting altar. Okay. So let's go get that stuff now. And we'll start out with the crafting altar block. This is just Ventium and stone. And I'm actually going to need to get a bit of Ventium, because we're going to need quite a bit of it today. I've got quite a bit of Ventium ore. Do we have any way to double this at the moment? I don't believe so. Crusher, alchemy table, sag meal. No. Okay. So I'm just going to straight smelt this stuff. I have a chance to double it, of course, in these furnaces. And then put those to the side there. Actually, let me go dump off some of the stuff before my inventory gets terrible. Because a lot of this stuff, like the witchwood and everything, we're done with that. So, okay. I'm actually going to have to start supercharging a lot of these chests, I think. Okay, how are we doing? We've got enough Ventium to get started here. And do I have any stone? I do not have any smooth stone on me. That's fine. I'll just grab some. I will dump out that backpack. I just haven't got around to it. Let me actually grab like a stack of stone, because we're going to need it for a few things that we're going to be making. But first up, the crafting altar. And then next up, I'm going to need a lectern. And this we can just get like that. I'm also going to want a lever. So we'll get one of those, one of those. There's our lever, and what else? Oh, magic walls. That's the other thing that I'm missing. And magic walls, I think we only need like one craft of these. Yeah. That's just stone and then 2 Ventium. So, not expensive in the least. Okay. And that's pretty much everything that we need for this, I'd say. And let me go ahead and light this up, because otherwise I'm going to have mobs spawning here, which won't be any fun. No fun will be had. Okay. We're going to put our crafting altar here on the top. And then we'll put our lectern down, like right here. Our lever right here. And then our magical walls right in there. And that is done. Woot. Okay. So now, that's actually, I'm going to light this up so I don't have anything spawn right there. And really, I guess I should light this up too. We'll clean that up later on. It's not going to permanently be torches, but for right now. I'm terrible about not lighting stuff up for a while, which I don't mind the mobs personally. Like early game, I don't mind killing them off, but that's why I haven't done that. I haven't done that as of yet. Okay, so we've got that, but we can't actually do anything with just that. We are going to need a couple other things. We're going to need the inscription table. We're also going to need some spell parchment. And I tell you what, I'm actually going to get a chest as well. And we'll go ahead. I will end up supercharging it once we get down there, but we're going to go with that block's fine. There's that. And then let me get... I'm also going to make a crafting table to put down there. So we've got it. Blue topaz crafting table and blue topaz chest. Okay, so our inscription table requires a torch, which is not a problem. A feather, slab, spell parchment, which this we can easily get. A bit of this. Just do just like that. There's our spell parchments. The feather, I've got that. And we'll get a torch. And then we just need the slabs. What is it? Two planks and 3 slabs, right? Yeah. Okay. There's that. That. And our inscription table. And then we're also going to need to get ourselves an Oculus. That's just glass, blue topaz, coal, stone. Okay. And then our blue topaz. What else do I need? Coal. Okay. And... oh, and it has to be stone bricks. Okay. That is fine. Just gonna throw that down for just a moment here. There is our Oculus. I still have to set up that to be sorted section. I've been meaning to do that. I just haven't done it as of yet. I tend to stay really, really busy in this pack. If you guys are playing along, you probably know the feeling, because like there's always something to do, and that's one thing I love about this pack. I absolutely love this pack, and the fact that it's not. Oh, how do I? Is it 2 gems? Actually, it's 2 gems. I don't know what I was thinking. Let me go with these E rank Malachites, actually. I'm trying to get rid of all the junk gems that I'll never use for anything and just start supercharging all the chests with those. I've got to go through the ones upstairs. I just haven't done that yet. Of course. We're going to put our chest actually right... We'll put it right here, I think. This is our Ars Magica chest. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me supercharge it, though. And we'll do a crafting table, like, right here. And it'll be a supercharged Malachite, and that's fine for right now. Okay. Alright. And then our inscription table, we'll put this, like, right... there's going to be a chiseled fence that goes along here. And I'm actually probably going to chisel these blocks and do, like, you know, half grass, half living rock. Once I get over here to start chiseling all this stuff up. We're going to put our inscription table down, I think, right here, actually. I wish it wasn't so tall. I guess it'll be okay. I'll probably end up moving it, but I just don't know where I want to put it. And we'll put our Oculus right here. Okay, so we've got a basic little starter Ars Magica set up now. And so what we need to do, we'll go ahead and open up our Oculus, and we have 7 blue points right now. So we're going to use these to unlock some stuff. Let's see, I know I want mana regen boost. I like the faster mana regen. And then we are going to go, I think, with a damage spell to start with. That's something I can use pretty often, especially when we go into a dungeon. So we're going to get projectile. We are going to get physical damage. We're going to get fire damage. Oh, I didn't mean to grab lightning damage. I guess we're getting that. We're going to get magic damage. And we are going to get frost damage for right now. So we got, like, you know, all these different damage types at the moment. And our first spell that we make, honestly, Emerald Caps and Witchwood, it's kind of overkill because we're not going to be able to actually utilize that strong of a spell for a little while until we get more mana. But let's go ahead and make our first spell. I'm going to need a written book. So let me go grab that. Man, this thing fills up with equipment so fast. And once I get disenchanting, either that or, you know what? Once we get into power, I might actually use that disenchantment generator. Actually looking here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to scavenge ourselves an enchanter at some point. Okay, let's get a written book. That requires ink sacks or black dye would work too, but do not have any ink. I don't have ink sacks sorted into this. Looks like no. May actually not have any ink sacks at the moment. Okay, I tell you what. I'm actually going to go get ink sacks. I could use our black flowers, but we don't have very many of those, and I don't really feel like bothering with the bone milling and stuff of that. And realistically, it's so easy for me to just step into the ocean right here and get some squid. Let me grab this. I'm going to go ahead and throw on water breathing, and we'll go ahead and get slowness as well. I need to put water affinity on my stuff. I've noticed the hunters, even though I deleted that, like, custom NPCs, they're still, like, out here. Like, I don't think it deleted all of them. But I will say that there's a few less than what there used to be, so. You are dead, sir. No, you're not. Oh my gosh. How did you survive? Yeah, see, there's 4 ink sacks. That'll be enough to get us started. I really don't need that many. I've still never built that house that's there. I just haven't ever bothered with it, I guess. Alright, so let's get ourselves, like... I'm going to go ahead and grab, like, a stack of feathers to put down there, because we'll use them. And then I'm also going to want a few books. I love this recipe for turning wood into books. Of course, I could farm sugarcane. I just haven't. And honestly, with this, I haven't really felt the need to do it either. So we'll go ahead and turn these into written books, I think. Because we're going to need a written book every time we go to make a spell. And we'll put this into the table. And we're going to start with a projectile spell that does frost damage. And do I want to do any other kind of damage? Yeah, I think we'll go with just projectile and frost. That way I don't go too crazy with this. Yeah, and we're going to call this... we're going to call this spell Snowball. Okay. So we have the Snowball spell. Let me go ahead and clear that out. Okay, so this requires, to make it, it's going to require a blank rune, Ventium Dust, arrows, snowballs, blue rune, blue topaz, blue spell parchment. Okay, not too bad. I'll go ahead and throw some of this stuff into there. And let's go gather up the materials that we need for this. Now, Ventium, I've got that already. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Blue topaz, there's that. Let's go make some runes real quick. And these are actually very, very easy to make. Just requiring a bit of cobblestone, so... No, these require... That is not a normal recipe. It requires a chisel and then cobblestone. Which, I've got chisel right here. Just use that. No, that's not right at all. Unless it has to be... Yeah, see, it's not letting me craft it with that. Maybe because it's damaged? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to grab this chisel then from stone carving. And there we go. Okay. Go ahead and throw that back. And to make our blue rune, we are going to need just some blue dye. So we'll grab ourselves a piece of lapis and get that. Okay. And what else do we need? We've got the blank rune, the Ventium Dust, arrow. We've already got the spell parchment. So really we just need an arrow and 2 snowballs. And this one actually doesn't require any obelisk power, which is interesting. We are going to get into that in just a second, though, because there's something that I want. Alright, arrows, and then... Actually, I think it was just 1 arrow, in fact. That's for the projectile spell effect. Alright. And then let's go ahead and make our spell. So we're going to put this down right here. And then what we need to do is throw our blank rune into there. And it's going to start running. It says we need Ventium. So we'll go ahead and throw one of those. An arrow, snowball, blue rune, another snowball, blue topaz, and spell parchment, which I've got right here. There we go. There is our new spell. We'll go ahead and configure this. It's called Snowball, and we are going to take... I love all these thumbnails, by the way. I think we're going to take this little snowball-looking thing. Okay, so we got our Snowball spell. Awesome. And so next up, what I want to do... Let me go ahead and sleep here. Next up, what I want to do is I want to make a spell book, I think. And this one right here requires paper, string, and leather. And these things are handy to have. Now, right now, it's not going to be as useful. We don't have a ton of spells, but I do like going ahead and getting this. Plus, we have dig, so if I felt the need to use dig, I mean, I've got it in the spell book, you know, I'll have access to it. Alright, so here we go, spell book. Awesome. And then what we can do, let me go ahead and grab this basic dig spell out of here. We'll just shift right click to open this, and we're going to put our snowball spell in here. 121 mana cost. And then we'll put our basic dig. And then what we can do is if we're holding this, we can just shift right click and switch between it if we want to. Okay, so let's go try this thing out just really, really quickly. And one reason I want to go ahead and start with Ars Magica is we're going to go explore a dungeon in just a minute. And I would like to have a spell for whenever we go do that. Just because it would come in handy, you know. We're going to try it on these horses. We're going to try out our new spell. So basically what I can do is I can shoot a snowball. Not bad. 3 shots. This centaur has a lot of health. I can't keep shooting it because my burnout's too high. And my mana, I use so much mana right now. At such a high level, it's hard for me to really use that spell a lot. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get started with that, though. Honestly tempted to make a weaker spell to start out with. In fact, oh, that was a flower. I was wondering what that was. Okay, and I would like to get some of this stuff too. I didn't mean to grab like the lightning damage one, but that's okay. Yeah, I think really our only option right now is just going out and leveling with this. Because I would like to get some kind of like a little healing spell or something like that that we can actually use to level up fairly decently off of. But I'll tell you what we're going to do now is let's pop up here, and I want to make an obelisk and a crystal wrench from Ars Magica. Okay, so the obelisk is just probably Ventium, yeah, Ventium, stone, and chiseled stone. Bricks, okay. Chiseled stone bricks is always something, I think it's 2 slabs, right? And we'll get ourselves an obelisk. And then our crystal wrench. This requires iron, Cereblossom, Desert Nova. Okay, now I'm not for sure if I have... I think I have Cereblossom and Desert Nova up here. There's Cereblossom. And there's Desert Nova. Okay, so we can actually craft this. And then also I'm going to want to get that runic table, right? Essence refiner. This requires a diamond, requires some arcane ash. We're going to need to make some arcane compound. That's netherrack, stone, redstone, glowstone. And let me go ahead and get a bit of this stuff. I'm actually about out of glowstone, but I can easily go back and get some more of that. Because I haven't even mined up the stuff, I don't think, that's right around where we actually spawn in. Most of it's a little bit farther out. Arcane compound, yeah, we'll do 25 crafts of it. That's fine. Alright, and I think really the only use for this is just, yeah, just smelting it. And, I'll tell you what, the stuff's cheap enough. I'm just going to run it through this furnace, because since it's quicker. And we'll get our diamond, and 2 obsidian, and then 5 wood planks for this. Okay, our arcane ash is done. And, I think that's pretty much everything that we need, minus the Ventium. I'll have to grab that. I'll tell you what, I could go ahead and craft this essence refiner, right? So there's that, and then we just need our crystal wrench. Crystal wrench, there we go. Okay, and we're going to put our obelisk down right here for right now, and we'll put our essence refiner right here, and then let's bind all this stuff together. So shift right click this, right click that, pairing successful, and let's go ahead and right click our crafting altar. I can't, no path was found between the selected nodes. Okay, well we can change that, we can fix that in just a second. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make some better stuff here. Let me, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to burn Ventium in this obelisk, and then 5 arcane ash, and that's going to start feeding that. Now I could make a mana battery. It's actually not very expensive at all. Yeah, I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and make a mana battery, in fact. So for that, we are going to need Chimerite, Ventium, and Arcane Ash. So really all I need is the Chimerite. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to grab like a stack of Blue Topaz, a stack of Chimerite, and I'm going to keep that downstairs with the... I know, you guys are starving. Basically, I found that the delivery men will not take food to people that aren't working. So they're just like, no, you can starve because you don't have a job. Which is fine, because I don't really need them to be fed until I start actually using them. Right, so there's our mana battery. Very, very cheap. Throw that stuff in there. And we'll set our mana battery up, I think, right here, in fact. And then we're just going to link that. And then we're going to link our mana battery to that. And we're going to link our mana battery Really? It still can't see it? How? How do you figure? Oh well, it's not like we need that right this second anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. That's fine. Okay, but let's throw some more Ventium into this so it can start making more mana for us. And right now it's probably filling up the essence refiner, I can only imagine. Yeah, I think it's sending all of its essence, all of its mana to the essence refiner right now. And I'll tell you what, I should probably pull this. There we go. We don't really need the snowball spell. I'll tell you what, this snowball spell, I don't really need it. I'm just going to put it in here for right now, and I'll make a trash can to put down here a little bit later. Alright, this should be... it's actually probably still charging up the essence refiner right now. Might take a little while, but we got ourselves an arcane ash. Okay? And what I want to use this for is... Ars Magica has a book, kind of like the Blood Magic one. It's the journal right here. It requires a book and quill and arcane essence. So we'll just combine those together and get our journal. And then what we can do is we can shift right click and basically pull all of our XP off. And if we take a look here, you can see it contains 200 XP. And then what I can do is if I want the XP back, just right click. Now, is there... I don't think there's a way to make this move any faster. That's one thing that's not so great about it, but at least for right now, it's a way that we can store our XP up and not have to worry about... Like, I can actually start using exact XP. I probably should have waited, honestly, to do all that enchanting until after I did that, because our XP would have went way farther. But I didn't. I wasn't, at the time I wasn't planning on starting Ars Magica this episode, and then I was like, oh yeah, I should probably do that, I think. I'm actually just kind of trying to get a level here real quick. I would actually like to get a couple levels, maybe. Digs is really the best. I made the snowball spell and think about not having quite so much mana. I can't really cast it like very much. But we could easily level if I could get just a few blue points. Make it a bit easier, because I need to get something that has like a constant effect. Light spells are good, night vision, any kind of buff spells, healing spells, stuff like that. It's really good for leveling. Damage, of course, it actually has to hit a monster and all of that. I think you can use it on the test dummy, though, and it would work out. But there we go. There's one level. And we need to start getting into like self-type spells. There's also touch. Dig. No, I don't really want any of that. But like leap would be good. Any of these that I can cast on myself to give myself buffs as I run about would be useful. So I'd like to make one other spell that we could use for leveling purposes, and then we'll go check out a dungeon, I think. So let me get one more level here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we just hit level 7, and we're up to like 610 mana, so that definitely helps out. But let's go ahead and get... See, we've got Self, and then I want to go ahead and get Regeneration or Leap. Leap would probably be easier to level. Regen would be a little bit more useful, so let's go ahead and take Leap, and then, of course, we can get Regen pretty easily after that. And I want to make another spell now, and this one's going to be pretty much just for leveling. But we're going to say Self, and we are going to give it Leap. Okay? And that's all we're really going to do with that. And there we go. Actually, I should probably name it. Well, I didn't name it. It's just called Spell Recipe, but I can name the spell once I make it, so. Alright, so for this, we are actually going to start needing essence for this. And I think, still not charging that up, really. Okay, so for this spell, Blank Rune, we've got that. Ventium Dust, we've got Ventium. We're going to need a Lesser Focus. Let's see. There's our Ventium. There's our Spell Parchment. There's our Blank Rune. Let's see here. Blank Rune, Ventium. We're going to need a White Rune, a Hopper. Okay, let me grab one of these. And we're going to go make a White Rune. And we're actually going to have to use Essence. So I am going to have to connect up the crafting altar, which is fine. We'll just do some Essence conduits, I think. I'm going to have to grab more stone while I'm up here. So there's our White Rune. The How many alms do we have, actually? Let's see. We have one left after this. So I'm going to have to get some witchwood planted so we can start growing alm. But that's not a problem. Okay, hopper. Okay, I don't have any made. That's fine. So there's that. And then we're going to want... oh, that focus. Standard focus, right? I think. No, lesser focus. Okay. The lesser focus just requires gold nuggets around glass. Woo. Alright, there's that. And then, oh yeah, I'm going to need some stone because we're going to want to make some essence conduits, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and start the... I wonder why it's not... Can the obelisk not feed straight into the mana battery? Is that... Oh, okay, that's what it is. We need to give it a redstone signal. Duh. They provide automatically, but they do need a redstone signal to accept Ethereum. And that's what I want to do. I want to start actually building up a buffer of Ethereum. So what we're going to do, let's just get ourselves a quick lever. It has been a while since I've really Ars Magica'd. I used to do it all the time, and then whenever it, like, you know, pretty well stopped being around all the time, I didn't use it as much. Okay, so now we can see the charge level slowly going up. We're about 2% filled at the moment. So anyways, we've got everything. Let's go ahead, put this down, and we're going to throw our blank rune into there. And so first up, it wants alm. So, where did I put my alm? There we go. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. Our Ventium, our focus. Now we need the essence. Go ahead and flip the switch. And you'll notice it flips right back. Basically, it pulled the essence from this. So it did work. It just, for some reason, it was popping up saying it couldn't accept it. I don't know why it was doing that. And then spell parchment, and there we go. Which that may automatically... It may not have to bind, I think is probably what it is. Because I think it can automatically put out any blocks within range that need the mana. Or need the essence, but... That's okay. That is okay. We're going to call this spell Leap Leveling. And honestly, this spell won't last very long. We'll end up throwing it away. It's just for something so that we can start leveling up a little bit easier. I think for the picture, we're going to take this one right here. Looks good. And we're going to just put this into our spell book. Let me actually put some of this stuff up here. And I'll go ahead and put up that, actually. I'll put those. Okay. So leap leveling is now in our spell book. And we'll go ahead and select that. Oops, that's dig. That's not leap leveling. Okay, so leap leveling, basically whenever I cast it, you can see it gives me jump boost, or leap. I think I've already got jump boost, but leap basically makes you jump higher, right? And this spell, it costs a little bit of mana. It's actually going down right now because of my burnout. 42.35. But it's something that I can kind of just keep up on myself and cause myself to have a really high jump. And it actually gives a decent amount of XP. Okay? So I really just have to kind of use this stuff and keep using it and get my levels up to make some better stuff. I mean, right now this stuff is very negligible compared to our weapons and stuff, but I do need to basically just keep using this stuff. But I think we're going to head over for the dungeon. Oh, you know what? There's a beehive here from Rustic. I want to go ahead and grab that. We get a bee and some honeycomb. We'll use that here fairly soon because I want to make candles, and you use beeswax to do that. Cyclops. Those aren't actually aggressive, though. Drives me insane because there's like a ton of glaciers around here, but there's no frozen fields. And that's what I really, really need. Is like some kind of like ice plains or something so I can find a Selkie for that quest. But so far, no luck. I think I missed it or something. I can't remember where I found it. I should have marked it, but I forgot to mark it. And now I don't know where it was. Okay, I was out here. I was looking for that dungeon that I found. I can't find it. I'm just kind of out exploring new territory now. And first up, I came across this. We're going to go ahead and just grab this on camera. Mainly just due to the fact that it's next to something really interesting. Ability totem with haste on it. Meh. Okay, and over here, there is a chest cart from Railcraft. Nothing crazy, but inside of it, there is an otherworldly ore package. And an overgrowth seed, which we do want that. We're going to be using those very, very soon. But I'm curious. I'm actually going to take these as well. I'm curious what's inside this otherworldly ore package. So I want to check it out with you guys because I've never encountered these before. Jason loot bags. Alright, let's see. We got 16 ender biotite ore. So that's kind of cool. It's actually ore from the end. What is this? A chest with garbage in it. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to continue having a look around here, and we'll see what we can find. Okay, I finally found what I was looking for. I don't know where the one was that I actually found originally. It was somewhere near our home. Like right in this area or something, I thought. But I don't know, I couldn't find it. So anyways, I went off in this direction. Oh, whoops. And came all the way up around to right here. So, quite a bit of a journey. Yeah. And actually... Okay, I'll probably, actually, after this, I'll probably hoof it back. I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, this is the dungeon that I was looking for. It's like a big snake or something that kind of like curves downwards. And I want to check this out. I've actually leveled up a few times with all of our Ars Magica stuff. Let's go ahead and equip our spell here. And it's got like red carpet for like a tongue. And then iron spikes outside, which I'm going to grab these spikes. We might be able to use them. And actually along the journey, as you can see, I ran across a lot of stuff. Most of them are just junk ability totems. I did come across a couple new ones that we could use, like Power Stare. Actually, it causes mobs to be knocked back when you look at them. I also found, let's see, Magnetize. Could be useful, I guess. Another mining fatigue. Another mining fatigue. And then I also found night vision. So, kind of in place of our chaos block, we can switch that out and use night vision. But anyways, let me actually, can I equip that night vision? Out of curiosity. Oh, I've got too many skills equipped right now. Let's go ahead and pull off water breathing, and then I'll equip night vision. Okay. So there we go, and let's go ahead and push on through this. I'm just going to break the spawners. Oh no, cave spiders. Of course. Ah. Oh well, I've got poison, might as well push it right now. I hate cave spiders so much. I hope this dungeon is not filled with cave spiders. Otherwise, I am not going to be happy. Okay. Oh, we got a... Whoa! Oh my god, okay. Oh, how did that miss him? Tell you what, I'm going to back off for just a second here, because they're hitting me pretty hard. And I'm going to switch over, I'm going to put my shield on. In fact... Oh, they're fighting each other. That works. Ah! How about you? There you go. Where did my other axe go? I had another one. Okay, no, I must have gotten it. There we go. Oh man, they spawn like, whenever I break that spawner, it's like, hey, have fun with this. Alright, let me, that spell, I'm just going to have to get that stuff leveled so we can actually get some decent spells, because right now it just doesn't even remotely compare to what we're using as far as our melee weapons go. But you'll notice, I mean, I'm staying at like full health right now. I didn't think about my armor. My armor's in bad shape. I tell you what I might do. Since my inventory is all filled up anyways, I might go back and maybe sit down a waystone, and then I can warp back here. Okay, yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to head back. Plus, I could make a regen spell now. I've got the stuff for that. So let me get this waystone out of here. And what we can do is we can actually use this waystone, I think. We're going to call it current spot. Okay, current spot. And we'll right-click that. And then what we could do is... where's my return home charm? What? There it is. The visual bug. Then what we can do is we can actually use our waystone, teleport back, pick it back up, and then there we go. So, alright, let me dump off all this stuff that we've got, or at least, you know, a bunch of it real quick. Okay, I've dumped off enough. It'll be okay to go with that. I'm going to go ahead and sleep. I don't know if we'll make a regen spell right now. I may just make it later off camera so that we have one. So that stuff's coming along. But let's take a look and see what points we have. We have 3 blue points right now. So I'm thinking that we will take probably regeneration, slow fall, and let's go ahead and take heal as well. Okay? And that way we can use those a little bit later on. And then let me go repair my armor real quick. And then we'll warp back to our waystone and check out the rest of that dungeon. I'm kind of curious to see what's in them, because it seems like they just kind of curve downwards. I don't know if they lead to something bigger, maybe? That's a possibility. Okay, it's not fully repaired, but it's, you know, it's fairly decent for right now. Let's go ahead and head to our current spot. And then I can go ahead and just break that. Alright, let's do this. Ha ha ha. No, you don't. Ha ha ha. I love it. Plus this ice sword is just, it's so good. Oh, you know what? That needs to go. Oh, man. Yeah, I definitely want some stronger spells to deal with all these cave spiders. Luckily we have that life drain at the moment, which comes in so handy. Oh, it's level 6 now, katana. Haha. Get you some of that. I can kind of use this as like a battle starter, I guess. Oh my gosh, so many skeletons here. Get you some of that. But it actually, it's really good XP though for all of our stuff. Hey now. That needs to go. Alright. Oh, blighted. Blighted cave spider. Okay. God, just such a mess of just stuff at the moment here. I'll bust out my backpack here in a second and get this stuff cleaned up. There we go. Okay, there's my axes. Oh my gosh. I hate these blighted skeletons. These are the worst. I wish they would attack each... Oh, it sounds like they just hit each other. Alright. Man, this guy's got a ton of health. Alright. I'm gonna get through all this health eventually. Oh man. Okay. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, look at all the levels I've gotten. It's from all these blighted mobs is what it is, I think. Another cave spider. I hate cave spiders. Oh my god. There we go. I'm just kind of running with the poison at this point. There's so much junk flying around over here. Okay, we're still good on durability and stuff. Okay, that guy's dead. And look at all these levels. 40 levels here. That's awesome. Oh, great! More skeletons. Everybody kill each other. It's a kill each other kind of party. Oh my gosh, I need hunger. I'll let them duke it out for a minute. Okay. Dump off all this just junk everywhere. Alright. Tell you what, there's a cave spider. Yeah, that's gotta go. Okay. Alright, we're up to level 5 on some of our equipment, which is awesome. I need to, if I get a chance, I need to put that stuff on to, like, put the points in there, you know. Okay, that skeleton needs to go. That blighted spider needs to go. It's like never-ending poison inside this place. Okay. There we go. Oh, get this poison out of here. Alright, I can get my health back off these guys. And more poison. What do you know? Man, I hate cave spiders so much. Luckily with this sword I can keep my health up, like, no problem. Another blighted guy. I almost feel like I should... I tell you what I almost feel like I should do. I'll show you. If we just make a bum rush through this... and just pull off all the spawners, right? Gosh, there's like witches and everything down there. This is amazing. Just amazing. Look at him. He's like, get you some. Oh, gosh. Stupid cave spiders everywhere. I hate these things. Alright. Oh, leave me alone, blighted guy. Let me drop off some of this stuff. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me get my bandolier. Oh, man. I'm going to light this area up just a little bit here so I don't have any unwanted guests spawning. Because I'm going to have to go back and repair already. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to warp back again and repair. Maybe a little bit better this time. Last time I just kind of... I didn't think it was going to be this long, right? Like, I thought it was going to be, like, a couple little rounds and then there you go. There's so many guys, like, there's no way. I'll tell you what, I'm going to grab my XP book as well. Because I need to put some of this XP up. There we go. And I'll tell you what, the legs actually don't have unbreaking. I think I have unbreaking in one of these. Yeah, unbreaking 3. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and put those on the legs so we don't have to repair them quite as often. That actually requires 34 levels. And then we're going to... Oh, it's just too expensive to repair, period. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got duct tape, so we'll use that. Is it... There we go. Okay, so now our legs are almost completely repaired. And it's like, it uses up like a little bit of XP every time you use it. But it's actually not too bad in comparison. Especially for something that's too expensive to repair anymore. That's when I like to use it. Okay, we'll put all of our XP and let's give this a shot. And we'll just kind of, I guess, try to clear our way through all of this. And, oh, by the way, I did add Bloodlust to our weapon. So we've got that. Alright. And I will say, like, I want to get the Silence Gem armor and stuff, because that stuff actually... Oh my gosh, that guy does so much damage! Okay, if I can ever get, like, mobs to beat on, though... Oh, there's a Blighted Skeleton, too. Are you serious? So much Blight. Like, Blight is the bane of my existence. That guy's got to go. At least get rid of the Blight and that poison. Crap. Okay. Oh yeah, my shield. Wherefore art thou, shield? Oh my gosh. That's the last thing I need is cave spiders. Get out of here. I bet I'll just pass up this blighted skeleton and try to get rid of all those spawners over there. There we go. That one's gone anyways. Yeah, that guy's got to go. If I can ever get over there to him. And that cave spider has to go. Maybe they'll keep that blighted skeleton busy. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, they're just like dropping out of the ceiling right now. I don't want him to be going that way. I don't want him to go into the fray. I want him to go away from the fray. If you don't mind terribly. Oh my gosh. I hate cave spiders so much. Okay. There we go. I tell you what, let me dump all that stuff off. Okay. Where are these spiders coming from? There we go. Ah. Terrible. Terrible stuff. Oh my gosh, I see another blighted guy around the corner too. And of course, wouldn't you know, it's a cave spider. Gosh. There we go. I love like the random cows that the skeletons are spawning on, like riding around on. It's great. Aha! There we go. I can take the skeletons. I don't mind them as much as the spiders. Speaking of... Oh! We've stopped going down. Okay, I wonder if there's going to be a boss in this place or something. That would be awesome. Okay. It looks like an ability totem over there. And we are just about to maximum difficulty as well. So... that is a thing. Okay. Steel posts from Immersive Engineering. I'm going to go ahead and take those, in fact. Because I'm not making steel at the moment, and I could use those for decorations. I actually quite like the way the steel posts look. Oh, I hope this is an awesome totem. Okay. Moment of truth. What did we get? Weakness 1. Entities in the area become weaker. That is good. You notice that's like a greenish looking rarity. Oh, man. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... let me swap up some skills here. I guess I'm going to pull off, like, slowness. Slowness is nice. I'll pull off slowness for right now while I'm equipping some skills here. And let's add weakness. That's going to be so useful. Look, it's like a blue rarity. Can you imagine having, like, weakness 3? Like, how good that would be? Now, in addition, like, our haste... Okay, I've got... what was it? Was it, let me check something real quick. It was jump boost that we don't have totally done yet. Let's go ahead and equip our final jump boost. Okay, so speed is done, night vision's done, step assist, jump boost, fire resistance, water breathing. We still need bone mealer, we need mining fatigue, glowing. Okay. Now in addition, I have a glowing totem, I have that power stayer, magnetize, mining fatigue. Okay, so basically I just got all these just from wandering around. Is those little, like, you remember those temples that had like the skeleton shaft like down below it? Oh, by the way, speaking of, I did run into one of those in my creative world. There is nothing under the bridge or anything like that that I found, so just a heads up. And then we have magnetize, track nearby items. Woo. Okay, but I want weakness equipped. I definitely want weakness. Honestly, I may start getting rid of some of the speed and step assist and jump boost, especially for dungeons. I think we're at the point now where we could get rid of those. So that seems to be everything that's down here, though. But still, I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, okay. Well, let's warp on back, because I know it's pretty close to wrapping up point. And so I guess we'll end it out here. By the way, in the comments on the last video, Kyoto asked me if I had tested the XP boost on the spikes, you know, if I'd tested it in creative or survival. And so I had tested it in creative, so it got me thinking, like, well, I'll test it in survival real quick just to see if it works on that as well. It does not work in survival. For some reason, you can enchant the spikes with XP boost, and they actually give additional XP and stuff when they're placed down when you're in creative, but for some reason it does not work in survival. I cannot use the books on the anvils in survival like you can in creative. I don't know why that is, like why that would be a thing, but apparently it is. So we will not be going with the spikes. We'll just be altering our setup a little bit just to generate more XP. We'll also put looting and sharpness and stuff in there to kill off the mobs a bit quicker. So just a heads up on that. We'll probably get into that next episode. Next episode we might look at a couple new spells. I don't know if we'll do a whole lot of spell creation next episode. Maybe we'll see how much I can get the spells leveled up. You know, I made that spell to take into the dungeon with me, and you saw how much I used it. Like, none. But that's okay. So we might make a couple spells next episode, but I think most of our time will be spent with Botania. We might also start Roots, but Roots is a really quick mod to get started with, unless you're getting into the really end-gamey aspects. Well, end mod aspects of Roots. The rest of Roots is actually fairly quick to jump into. But we might make a staff or something next episode, because that could be useful, honestly. But I'd like to do a couple small changes to our mana setup that's down here. Just a couple little small adjustments. And then I would also like to probably set up the drawers for some of this stuff and maybe start doing something with this stuff. I don't know. Next episode we'll handle that stuff. Honestly, a lot of this stuff's probably going to get trashed. But I think the armor, I'm still going to take a look at it, because things like that diamond axe that we found in here last time, which I think I moved it upstairs. Things like that I wouldn't mind holding on to if we come across any decent armor, iron armor. But all this like junk leather armor, some of it I may keep to disenchant later on for books. But honestly, if we get one of an enchanting book, that's really all we need, since we have access to the typesetting table. However, if it's pretty good stuff, we'll hold on to it just because it would save us XP, you know, in the long run. Like if I find a sword with looting 3 on it, you know, which probably isn't going to happen, but if it does, I'd like to hold on to that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll do a little bit with that and a little bit, maybe a little bit more Britannia automation, I think, next episode. Probably the Jaded Amaranthus, we'll get that set up and maybe start working on some cobblework stuff. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.